I'm going to show you how you can drop your metabolic age by over 10 years just by training and looking after yourself. The most important thing out of everything is health. And being healthy, feeling healthy, and being healthy throughout the later years of your life, you will not regret all the hard work you put in for that. In this video, I'm not just going to show you about the science, I'm going to show you about my client who I've been able to help take his metabolic age from what it really is, which is around 48, and he was 47 when he started working with me. And then obviously he's had his birthday to around 33. And this was with training, nutrition, and having a different kind of approach on fitness. He was 47 and Mo was never in the gym. He didn't know how to maneuver the gym. He didn't know how to maneuver workouts, and he always had an issue with this. And due to all the years of not knowing about the gym, he always had a little bit of a skinny fat physique, and he wanted to change that. And then we started working together to kind of get that done. Going from your 40s to your 50s to 60s, you are more likely as a black man to have diabetes, prostate cancer, and a lot more complications due to the healthcare system and just our genetics in general. So the best thing we can do is make sure we are optimal in the body fat percentage range and have enough muscle to make sure our quality of life in the later years is ideal. The studies are a little bit confused, and something that Mo believed was that due to his age, he wasn't able to build on muscle. With the effective and the right training procedure, anybody can put on size. And that goes down a little bit more, but the science is there. You can still put on size, you can still put on muscle. You just need to know what you're doing and make sure you're doing the right things. Mo had never stepped into the gym before, saw what I did, and he was able to go straight into the gym due to my guidance with coaching. A lot of guys who come to me and I've never stepped in the gym do not believe that it's that easy to be able to coach somebody and believe they need a physical in-person PT. But Mo was able to get in. What we do with our form analysis, with the coaching app, and all the systems we put in place, Mo was able to get the feedback he needed to become an A1 and a more than competent the gym, giving advice to other members in the gym. What we started was with getting into the gym training, and then move him into lifting heavy, building and putting on lean muscle tissue. One of the few areas Mo wanted to start with was his chest. He wanted a little bit more of a defined chest and to lose that tummy. Working with myself, I was able to make sure he's lifting heavy, giving that consistency to kind of develop those muscles I put into frame and timing to get him that kind of result. Mo was a family man with a sweet tooth, so a lot of time he had cravings, and what we did was create a system that worked for himself. Most of the days, from Monday to Friday, he'd have a decent idea of what he was eating, and what we did was created a little bit more structure on there where he had to track not every day, but he had to track on most days. And then on the weekend, he had a bit more flexibility on what he was able to achieve. So he had more food on the weekdays and a little bit more food on the weekends to enjoy the time with his family and enjoying eating African dishes and eating African foods and eating out with the family when he got the opportunity to. But as you can see, this is the graph of Mo. When we started, Mo wanted the belly gone, and then we slowed it down into more of a muscle building phase to allow him to build adequate amount of muscle. Once the belly kind of stopped decreasing, Mo couldn't believe the speed at which the belly was dropping. Add as much muscle, which was the part of the next phase, which we entered after the belly was decent level. Throughout this journey, was on holiday, was still training, was still doing his cardio. And as he was able to develop more muscle, his performance in running, his performance in tennis, and all the sports he enjoyed started going up, and he became more of an athlete. Performance is important, and you don't need to lose performance in your later years if you start right and you start with the right things to make sure you're holding and even gaining muscle mass as you age. Mo was able to get a fantastic result, but one thing you need to understand is that while people your age or people around your age group are looking and aging like milk, losing that spring, becoming overweight, becoming fat and having the health issues, the person who actually breaks that and starts making amazing progress is going to come with some hate. So you need to understand when everybody else is doing one thing and you're doing the other thing, sometimes jealousy can come into here, and that's something Mo faced. But one thing I always said is if you're not getting hate, is what it comes with, man. People are going to hate when you are doing things right. Your journey, people are going to see what you're doing, and it's going to be a reflection on what they're not able to achieve. And that's something we have to fight through with Mo and give him and continue going on with his journey. Mo was able to get this result because, the accountability and the check-in. Mo was able to check in with me every week. I was able to then give him performance on his routine, give him feedback on, his sleep, give him feedback on his stress levels, give him feedback on the weight loss, and also give him goals for the next week, man. His goals were always, ideal for him and where he's at, where we was able to level him up, where on either his workout, either switching his training, either switching his coaching to keep dropping that well, keep him performing and get to the final result. Look, so the end result was with the 6 months of working with myself, his metabolic age was able to drop to 33, coming from a 47, 40-year-old man to be able to be in the body of a 33-year-old is something that can only kind of improve as you kind of keep training and keep moving. How you spend your later years is going to be determined by the actions you do now and what you're able to do for your health. If I was you, I would listen to the very end because I have a free bonus for people who stay to the end. As I promised, there's going to be some free resources for yourself. So if you want to get the kind of results that Mo has and you want to go into your later years as a fine ass black man, I want you to download the guide that's going to be in the description. It's going to be a free 2-week program, which is going to give you a food tracker, going to give you a lot of things to kind of make it yours. You can keep rinsing and repeating this for the next 90 days to get yourself a absolute banging transformation. Steam it, take it, download it, make it yours. Journey for you, and you want to work with myself to get to the kind of results that you're seeing that Mo has had or all of my clients have had. Please, the link is below to just book a call with me and I can kind of give you a roadmap of, what I think is best for yourself and what it would be like working with me and what potentially me and you would be able to achieve in that journey. So if you want that, there's a link below to start and to kind of elevate your journey.